The movie opens with Braxton calling Bobby to tell her that he has just had a meeting with Salazar. Salazar is holding $1 billion that belongs to Goldstein's company, and Bobby works for Goldstein. During the meeting, Salazar signs the agreement documents, making it appear that he is willing to return the money. After Braxton tracks him down, Salazar asks his associate, Olsen, to take Braxton back to his hotel. While riding in the car, Braxton asks Olsen and his security guard, John, to give him some privacy so he can make a phone call. As Braxton is on the call, Olsen suddenly shoots John and then shoots Braxton, killing them both. Olsen takes back the signed agreement and calls Salazar to tell him that the agreement is now void. Salazar has no intention of paying back the $1 billion. Rachel then walks into Bobby's office and offers to recover the money. They agree that Rachel will receive 10% of whatever she recovers. Rachel also demands a $10 million advance payment, with the remainder to be paid after the job is completed. We are then introduced to Sid and Bronco, Rachel's most trusted men. Their job is to protect Rachel at all costs, and they are the main fighters of the team. Rachel studies photos of Salazar and discovers that he has been using different identities, making him difficult to track. She debriefs the team on everything they know about him. Rachel sends Sid to Saudi Arabia, while she and Bronco arrange a meeting with Salazar's lawyer. Pretending to be interested in hiring an asset manager, Rachel questions the lawyer about Salazar's portfolio. The lawyer tells her that the information is confidential. During the meeting, Bronco secretly plants a listening device in the office. Mr. Horowitz notices something suspicious and calls security to remove them. However, Bronco calmly tells the guards to choose between violence and a peaceful conversation. The guards decide to wait while the meeting continues. Mr. Horowitz eventually tells security to step back. Rachel then reveals that she is there regarding the debt Salazar owes Spencer Goldstein. She explains that, as Salazar's lawyer, Horowitz should help negotiate an amicable settlement. Horowitz refuses and tells them to leave. Before leaving, Rachel tells him that she will find another way to meet Salazar directly and discuss the matter. Horowitz warns her not to get into waters she cannot swim in. Rachel leaves her business card behind. Meanwhile, Bronco and Baker travel to Salazar's island. In Saudi Arabia, Sid anonymously tips off authorities that Salazar is constructing a project covering more than 130,000 square feet. The tip causes the government-approved project to be shut down. Sid also bribes someone at the seaport to impound Salazar's steel shipping containers. At the same time, Bronco and Baker meet a contact who supplies them with weapons. They then attack one of Salazar's oil rigs and successfully sabotage it. Frustrated by the growing attacks, Salazar calls Mr. Horowitz to discuss everything that has happened. He asks Mr. Horowitz to come closer, but he is clearly nervous because Salazar is known for his violent temper. Salazar wants Rachel and her team killed, but Horowitz advises against it. He explains that killing them would only make the situation worse. Instead, Horowitz suggests offering Rachel several $1 million as a settlement. He believes that as long as Rachel remains unaware of the rest of Salazar's hidden assets, Salazar will be safe. What Horowitz doesn't realize is that Bronco's listening device is still active in his office. Rachel and her team then target Wolfgang, the accountant responsible for hiding Salazar's money. After Sid deliberately loses a betting game to Wolfgang, he sends him a gift containing a hidden camera. The device allows Sid to monitor Wolfgang's computer and gain access to valuable financial information. Rachel also goes to court and successfully freezes some of Salazar's assets. As the operation moves into its next phase, Rachel calls Sid and Bronco and orders them to prepare for her arrival on Salazar's island. Sid and Gucci travel to meet Baker, Bronco, Moreno, and Dunn on the island. Bronco takes the team to a safe house filled with weapons, vehicles, motorcycles, and supplies. Before Rachel arrives, they spend days preparing for every possible situation. They carefully map the island and identify escape routes in case anything goes wrong. To test the island's police response, Moreno rides a motorcycle through the area. Police officers chase him, but Moreno easily outmaneuvers them thanks to his superior riding skills. He escapes by driving through a storm drain that the police motorcycles cannot follow. Later, Sid and Bronco join him to inspect evacuation points along the shoreline.
The team also rehearses how to fly gyrocopters and develops multiple contingency plans. By the end of their preparations, they have planned every possible escape route and emergency scenario to ensure that Rachel can safely leave the island if things go wrong.
The team installs a zip line across a ravine as escape route 3. Moreno spends time practicing his shooting skills while the team plants explosives around key locations. They set timers and run drills to see how quickly they can complete different escape routes. They also practice their aim by shooting at watermelons. To prepare for a possible chase, they dig a large pit in a banana plantation and disguise it as a trap for any vehicles pursuing them if things go wrong. Bronco fakes a heart attack to distract the hotel manager and steals her master key. Meanwhile, Gucci cuts the hotel's security cameras, allowing the team to secretly plant listening devices in Salazar's hotel room. They also sabotage the local police vehicles by installing engine blockers. At one point, Sydney is arrested by the police. While this is happening, Rachel goes to court and successfully gets Salazar's private jet and yacht impounded. Salazar eventually instructs his lawyer to arrange a meeting between himself and Rachel on the island. After being released from jail, Sydney uses the opportunity to study the police station's surveillance cameras and floor plan. He gathers valuable intelligence and passes all the information to Bronco. Later, Salazar's head of security drives to a location overlooking the team and watches them through binoculars. Sydney notices him and sarcastically waves back. Rachel finally arrives on Salazar's island. Sydney gives her a GPS tracking wristwatch for safety. Rachel remembers the time she broke Bronco and Sydney out of a prison in Chiang Mai, which is when she earned their loyalty and respect. Although they realize they're being followed, Sydney remains unconcerned. The team arrives at the hotel, where Rachel meets Salazar face to face. Salazar's lawyer offers Rachel's $350 million, but she refuses. Salazar increases the offer to $400 million, but Rachel still refuses. She insists on recovering the full amount owed. The meeting ends without an agreement. Later, Rachel decides to get a beer after the meeting. Unbeknownst to her, Salazar's men had already planned an ambush. However, Sydney and Bronco anticipated this possibility. Baker, Moreno, and Dunn are already positioned nearby. The moment Salazar's men make their move, Bronco shoots 2 attackers in the head. Sydney kills another, while Baker eliminates a 4th. The reinforcements arriving in an escalator taken out by Dunn. Moreno kills 2 gunmen stationed outside, and Baker takes down 2 more as they exit a building. Bronco then eliminates another pair of attackers approaching on a scooter. After the brief but violent firefight, the team calmly returns to their villa. Sydney reminds everyone not to run any red lights or draw attention to themselves. They drive away as if nothing happened. Back at the villa, Rachel is visibly shaken. She receives a call from Glover, who informs her that Wolfgang is moving assets. Rachel orders him to trace the assets to Salazar's hidden businesses and shut them down immediately. Soon afterward, nearly all of Salazar's companies and assets are frozen internationally. With his empire collapsing around him, Salazar has no choice but to return to the negotiating table. This time, he offers Rachel $800 million, but she refuses once again, demanding the full $1 billion. Rachel threatens to expose all Salazar's crimes and hidden victims. Realizing he is lost, Salazar orders his lawyer to make the payment. Rachel calls Bobby and tells her the job is finished. Shortly afterward, Bobby receives confirmation from Mr. Goldstein that the money has been returned. 3 months later, Goldstein refuses to release several of Salazar's seized properties. Furious, Salazar sends his men to kidnap Rachel. Meanwhile, Sydney and Bronco pay Bobby a visit. Bobby tries to talk her way out of the situation, but they remind her that debts must be paid. Rachel is taken to a police station controlled by Salazar's allies. Salazar orders her to find a way to make Goldstein return his property. He threatens to torture and kill her if she fails, and assures her that nobody is coming to rescue her. But he is wrong.
Sydney, Bronco, and the rest of the team arrive on the island and split into separate groups. Sydney and Bronco drive directly to the police station, while Baker sneaks behind the building and plants explosives. Disguised as police officers, Sydney and Bronco walk into the station without attracting suspicion. They enter the armory, handcuff the officers inside, and secure the weapons. Moreno remains outside as a lookout. Armed and ready, Sydney and Bronco force the remaining officers to surrender. Several are locked inside holding cells. When another patrol car arrives, the operation becomes more complicated. The team locates Rachel and frees her. Moving toward the front of the station, they force the officers on duty to surrender as well. Suddenly, several more officers enter the building. Unlike the others, they refuse to put down their weapons. The moment they reach for their guns, Sydney and Bronco open fire. A massive gun battle erupts throughout the station as more officers rush to join the fight. At the same time, Baker detonates the explosives behind the building, creating an escape route. The team flees through the rear exit while police officers pursue them. Salazar is informed that Rachel has escaped. Furious, he orders his men to bring her back at any cost. The team destroys several police vehicles by blowing out their engines. The pursuing officers then launch explosive drones to hunt them down. In the chaos, Dunn returns to the safe house to retrieve supplies. An explosive drone spots him and drops a bomb, killing him instantly. As Salazar's men continue the chase, Sydney fires a grenade launcher at a nearby gas facility. The resulting explosion destroys several of Salazar's vehicles and kills many of his men. The team splits up. 2 members escape on motorcycles while the others remain in a jeep. Salazar's forces chase them into a banana plantation. The motorcycle riders, Moreno and Gucci, circle around and attack from behind. At the same time, Bronco leaves the vehicle and activates the hidden trap they prepared earlier. Moreno and Gucci burst out of the plantation, firing their weapons into Salazar's men from the rear. Bronco opens the concealed pit, causing one of the pursuing vehicles to crash directly into it. A fierce gunfight erupts throughout the banana plantation as the team cuts down more of Salazar's men while fighting to escape.
Bronco jumps onto a motorcycle and the team speed away. Salazar's top enforcer uses a helicopter to pursue them. The team retreats to the villa where Gucci launches a drone to monitor enemy movements from above. They deploy stinger strips to puncture the tires of the pursuing vehicles. Baker detonates explosives buried to destroy one of the SUVs. Meanwhile, Bronco, Moreno, and Sydney take up defensive positions around the villa and prepare for a gunfight. Standing their ground, they begin cutting down Salazar's men. However, for every enemy they kill, more reinforcements arrive. Baker plants additional explosives throughout the villa. The battle becomes extremely intense. Using a sniper rifle, Bronco focuses on long-range targets, eliminating as many enemies as possible. He takes out several gunmen, including one carrying an M60 machine gun. As the fighting continues, Baker opens the hidden escape route. Bronco continues firing with the sniper rifle, while Sydney orders Gucci and Moreno to prepare the zip line. Baker finishes setting the demolition charges. Moreno and Gucci successfully escape through the underground tunnel and prepare the motorcycles outside. Sydney tells Bronco that they need to leave because Salazar's forces are becoming overwhelming. Baker decides to stay behind and cover their escape. Sydney and Bronco fight their way into the tunnel, killing several of Salazar's men along the way. Meanwhile, Gucci and Moreno take ATVs and head toward the harbor. As more enemies surround the villa, Baker deploys smoke grenades. Bronco, Sydney, and Rachel make it safely through the tunnel. Soon, Salazar's men completely overrun the villa. Baker is the only one left inside. He continues fighting, shooting down several attackers before finally detonating the explosives. The massive explosion kills Baker along with many of Salazar's men and destroys the villa. Rachel, Sydney, and Bronco make their way through the valley. Before crossing the zip line, Sydney shoots several pursuing enemies. The team successfully crosses the ravine and escapes. They climb onto an ATV and speed away. At the same time, Gucci and Moreno arrive at the dock. As Bronco, Sydney, and Rachel race toward the harbor, Salazar's head of security attacks them from the helicopter. He fires an M60 machine gun at the ATV, but the vehicle is moving too fast for him to hit accurately. He then switches to a grenade launcher and begins firing explosive rounds at them. Bronco returns fire, but the team realizes they cannot outrun the helicopter forever. Sydney drives the ATV into a building near the dock for cover. Salazar's head of security orders the pilot to circle around and trap them from the opposite side. Inside the building, the team grabs a bazooka. After carefully calculating the helicopter's range, they fire the rocket. The shot hits its target. The helicopter explodes and crashes. With the threat eliminated, they escort Rachel to the boat. Moreno and Gucci take her away to safety. However, Sydney and Bronco are not finished yet. Later, Rachel visits Bobby in her office. Rachel has received her payment, but she reveals that she's also reported Bobby for her involvement in the entire situation. Bobby tells Rachel that nobody knows where Salazar is hiding. What Bobby does not know is that Sydney and Bronco have already kidnapped Salazar from his office and locked him inside a shipping container. They secretly ship him to Miami, where the FBI eventually discovers the container. When questioned, Salazar refuses to reveal his true identity and insists that his name is Mr. Smith. In the final scene, Bobby's phone begins ringing on her desk. The call strongly suggests that her crimes have been uncovered and that she is about to lose her job. The movie ends. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and press the notification bell for more movie recap stories.